The princess of the sea had a voice that healed kingdoms, until it was stolen. This is her story, beneath the moonlit veil of the ocean, where no human eye could trespass. The kingdom of Virelia shimmered like a living dream, carved from ancient coral and lit by the glow of starlit plankton. It pulsed with music, a realm where songs shaped tides, healed wounds, and passed down memory. At its heart ruled Queen Lysandra, a sea monarch of calm power and aching wisdom. With reddish silver fins trailing like falling comets and a crown of barnacled crystal, she was more than a queen. She was the voice keeper, the only soul able to hear the truth within a song. Her voice wasn't mere melody. It was filled with history, compassion, and memory. And no one had ever harmonized with her more beautifully than Mystara. Once her closest friend, Mystara had been more than a companion. They'd grown together, singing from kelp-fringed childhood to coral-throned womanhood. Lysandra's voice carried stillness. Mystara's burned with fire. They completed each other until they didn't. Lysandra believed the sea should be guided with empathy, that its song must be coaxed, not commanded. Mystara wanted more. She was tired of chaos and suffering. Why ask the sea, when we can make it answer? The sea has drowned too many I loved. I will tame it, no matter the cost. They argued. They cried. They forgave until they couldn't anymore. One storm-lashed night, Mystara sang a forbidden aria meant to bind a seaquake. It worked. But it killed thousands of reeflings, fragile fish whose chorus kept the ocean's balance. The sea screamed, and Queen Lysandra, trembling with sorrow, shattered Mystara's voice and banished her to the abyssal rift. Mystara never forgave Lysandra. Queen Lysandra had 6 daughters, each born with a unique gift. Cerilune, the eldest, who could calm raging whales with a note. Mirelle, a warrior poet whose trident struck as true as her tongue. Calthissa, who read dreams in ripples. Neela, healer of coral wounds and mind singer to turtles. Varinelle, who sculpted currents and painted water with light. And the youngest, Nimara. Quiet, strange, deep. Nimara didn't shine at palace galas. She whispered to anchors in shipwreck fields and sang lullabies to barnacles. Her sisters didn't ever mock her, they adored her. They shielded her. When Nimara sang, the kingdom hushed. Her voice didn't sound. It felt. But inside, Nimara felt hollow. She didn't know why her voice stirred such power, or why her dreams were filled with a longing for something she couldn't name. Then one day a storm came. The sky cracked with forbidden magic. Waves rose like claws. And Mystara, from the abyss, smiled. She had summoned the tempest to lure Nimara toward the surface. To strike. Above, a royal human ship, Prince Alarian's vessel, had wandered too close, chasing glowing waves. Lightning struck. The mast splintered. Alarian was thrown into the waves, his head striking a beam as he sank into the dark. From the depths, Nimara felt it, a cry not of sound, but of soul. A thread pulling her upward. She rose, breaking every rule. She saw him blooded, drowning, human. She had been taught never to approach the surface. But in that moment, it wasn't duty that moved her. It was longing. She sang not to save him. She sang because her heart demanded it. The storm halted. The sea softened. His heart stirred. But as his eyes fluttered open, she fled. Not from him, but because she felt it Mistara's gaze. Cold. Triumphant. Mistara had seen her, and Nimara knew what that meant. She wasn't just a girl now. She has become a target. Mistara struck. Dark magic coiled like ink. She held the golden conch, a relic that could steal a soul's song. Nimara fought, but the moment was cruel and quick. Her voice was ripped away. Virelia turned silent, bitter. By then her sisters reached. They wept and held her.
You are more than your voice. You are our heart. We will always stand by you no matter what.
But Nimara felt lost. Her voice wasn't just her power, it was her truth. And the moment it vanished, so did her sense of self. Far above, in the human realm, Prince Ilarion awoke on a village coast, dazed and barely alive. His memory wavered, but one thing remained, a voice. A melody. Vague image of girl in the waves. That haunting, healing harmony haunted him. He felt its pull each night in his dreams. Unable to rest, he began taking his royal boat out alone again and again, far into the sea. Searching. Hoping. Villagers thought he chased phantoms. The sea remembered him. One moonless night, as he sang her melody broken and trembling, the sea shimmered back. From the waves rose Nimara. Silent. His heart started pounding fast as if he knew her. Not by name, not by voice, but by her soul. He reached out to her as someone who had heard her heart and never forgotten. He dove into the water, and the sea welcomed him. Back in Virelia, Mistara prepared to strike again, this time with a vengeance. She rode a tsunami, wielding the golden conch, ready to unleash destruction upon the coral realms. Queen Lysandra stood ready, but weakened. And then Ilarion and Nimara rose together. He sang. Trembling. Broken. Human. But it was hers. And that truth shattered the conch like shards of golden light dissolving into song. Mistara screamed not in rage, but in grief. Because the conch only held what was freely given. And she had stolen. Nimara's voice returned like sunrise in water. She stood, and she sang. Not to destroy, but to forgive. Mistara's bitterness dissolved. And the sea rested. Prince Ilarion looked at her.
You were the girl in the storm? You saved my life?
Nimara nodded, tears gleaming. Queen Lysandra embraced her daughter. The sisters sang, wrapping Nimara in harmony. And the sea began to heal. Ilarion did not return to his kingdom. He chose instead to stay beneath the waves. The sea weaver, touched by his selfless love, transformed him into a merman, not through magic, but through belonging. He was welcomed not as a prince but as family. And Nimara, no longer hollow, no longer lost, sang not alone but in duet. For in the end, love that listens is stronger than magic that binds. And the voice of the deep always finds its way home.